Oh, and say we live now. We on YouTube, y'all. Welcome to YouTube. Hey, welcome to you too. All right. Well, while we have while we have guests, while we have our not guests, we don't have guests. While we have regulars, hosts, in studio hosts, um uh doing makeup, hair and nails. We're gonna go ahead and entertain you some more. Man, I need dog, I need to get I got my boy Tadakasu. Man, he is a real live performer. I mean, I don't even say performer. I ain't never seen him perform, but his music is crazy. His music is crazy. I'm telling you. So what we gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let that I have permission to use, and I'm gonna find a little bit of my boy Tadakasu. Man, now you know what? We might do that at the end. We might do that at the end. But I'm gonna play a little music for you now, cause I know time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. Long. So he is Gary's one of Gary's finest. Wayne, my boy Wayne 219, represent the 219.
I heard your body call, so I'm just calling it back. You don't see nothing wrong with that.
Shout out to my boy Wayne 219, one of 219's finest. Yeah, we got people get people out here on the money. We gotta get people on YouTube. I ain't saying no viewers yet. We need you on YouTube. YouTube. And meanwhile, let's check in with our chat room. Mr. D, are you there? Are you there, sir? Can you hear us, sir?
What's up there, boss?
What's on, man?
Are you there, boss?
Yes, sir.
Not a whole lot. I'm sitting up here checking out these current events, man. It's crazy. I just read an article, man,
Oh, okay,
about
okay.
the biggest prison in
Whoa, whoa,
Florida.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Crazy,
whoa, whoa,
crazy.
whoa. Wait. We ain't about to go into him just yet. The D's come out firing. He about to take him, not just yet. Hold on. We just saying hello. We just saying hello, Mr. D. Hello. How are you?
Hello to everybody.
She recording
Is
in.
the queen there?
Yeah, she here. She up here trying to do her makeup. I'm about to put the camera on in
Hello
a
there,
minute.
queen. Merry Christmas, queen.
Oh, Mary. Uh-oh. He said Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
man, I'm here, man. I'm listening. I can't hardly hear you. Kind of fading a little bit.
You said I'm fake. No, I ain't said nothing. I ain't said I'm up here sending the link out. I'm sending the link out to let the peeps know we out there and we ready to get started. I see Mr. Cappy, he up here playing he playing eeny meeny mighty mo. Let's bring Mr. Cappy in. Hello, Mr. Cappy. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine, and I hope everyone else is doing fine. And I hope everybody has a blessed and prosperous holiday.
All right, all right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well, we gonna go ahead and get started. Let's go now to the room. See who live in the room. We got with us in the studio today. We got your girl Miss Kiki. How you doing? How you doing today, Kiki?
Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there? I'm good.
You good? You sure you good?
I'm positive I'm good. What we
Okay.
got?
I see you looking all mellow, all smooth out. Look at you. Look at you. Look at what God. Look at what God can do. What he's done for others, he'll do this.
For you.
Oh man, let me stop. Let me stop. I'm killing myself. Okay. All right. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and get into probably won't be sharing my screen today since we started late. But let's get into some of these current events. If you know Willie D of the Ghetto Boys, go to Willie D of the Ghetto Boys Instagram page. Shout out to Willie D and the Ghetto Boys. Go to his Instagram page because what I'm talking about, you're going to see the video on his page. Willie D, he posted up a video where there was a black man. He was on the ground. They was getting him up off the ground in handcuffs. The police was, and what happened? A white cop just sucker punched this man out of the blue. But lo and behold, these black cops are starting to listen to shows like mine and Michi X and other great YouTube content creators. Shout out to YouTube. This is our first night on this. Shout out to y'all. And they started to realize that they got to stop being quiet and speak up. Either speak up or move. Get up off the force. Stop trying to appease these other individuals or the white powers that be, so you can get a leg up in the race and do what is right. So what happened? The white guy sucker punched him, and then the black officer said, "Hey, you can't do that. Put him in cuffs." So they put that. So they arrested the cop. Now, from what I've been hearing after that, they said that they don't know. A lot of people saying that did nothing really happen to the cop. You know, we don't know, but what we do know is um that the man sucker punched him. He sucker punched him, and it was a black cop. It was a black cop that stood up and said, "Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. So let's go ahead and put him in cuffs." What's your take on that, Kiki?
I just appreciate the cops that were there that actually stood up and said, "Okay, put him in cuffs." We know that doesn't time
Not
or
at
it
all.
doesn't happen in front of us. All we see is the negative portion of what the
Negative, negative.
police do, and that's just reality. Mostly you see negative stuff going on all the time. You see all the positive that comes with it. The police officer, y'all know me when it comes to police. I don't have anything against the police, but I think you should be dealt with. You are not above the law and you should just be dealt with. But I commend the police officer that was there that said handcuff this man.
Yeah.
They should have tied him to a tree, but we just gonna deal with just him being handcuffed, right?
That's all. That's all we know
That's
what
good
happened.
enough
That's all we know what happened.
right
Because
now.
yeah, we don't know if justice was served. That's what we
No, we
saying.
don't
We
know.
just saying maybe that could have been a little scapegoat, put him in handcuffs and make it seem like, you see what I'm saying?
I don't want
Make
y'all
it
to do that.
seem.
I don't want y'all to do that though.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is.
So hopefully something to be done because
Yes.
make him the example, if you got to. But I mean, it just really is what it is with that. But that is just it's uncalled for.
Most definitely.
So
Uncalled for. Okay, let me bring it in since D was just ready to take off. Let's hear what D got to say. We're gonna engage with the chat room with the phone queue. What you got on that, D?
Oh man, I'm gonna give everybody a Christmas gift. I'm gonna be nice tonight, man.
You say that
Since
every night.
everybody into the Christmas mode, I'm gonna be nice. I don't see no
You
Christ
say
in
that every
Christmas,
night.
but I'm gonna be nice. Uh, the cop, he probably was doing that, just to, show forth a little good face, in front of everybody. Because as quiet as it kept with the Black Lives Movement, there was also some policemen that was out there supporting the protest. Some black cops as well as white cops. I shoot, man, I just got my head blown off here a minute ago when I was reading this article about Florida. Man, that's crazy. I really, it just messed me up, man. It just really messed me up when I read it.
What messed you up? What messed you up, D?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, well, see, the biggest women's penitentiary in Florida, they've got a record dating back to decades. Sexual abuse of the women systematically. Everybody from the top to the bottom knew it was happening. And the women that didn't agree with it, they was put in solitary confinement. And I think it was a couple of years ago, there was a lady, 51 years old, that was beat so bad by the police in that penitentiary that she cannot move her arms or her legs. She's paralyzed. Her arms and her legs are paralyzed, and she's in prison.
What are we talking
And
about?
it's because she was.
What current event we talking about? Did you jump the gun?
No, I didn't jump the gun. They might have thought I did, but we talking about the cop, the guy, right?
No, the cop. What he did was the cop. They was handcuffing this guy. It was a black guy. They was handcuffing him. He was on the ground. They was getting him up off of the ground, and then a white Caucasian sucker punched him while he was in cuffs and all that. And then I guess this black cop could have been a captain, one of the lead cops, and he told him, "Hey, you can't do that." And he looked at the other cops, and he said, "Put him in cuffs," and they put him in cuffs.
Okay. Well, actually, I didn't jump the gun because when you pull the paper back and see that the black cop told the white cop, told him to handcuff the white cop, that's systematically talking about the same thing. Somebody probably is not intelligent enough to know that we're still talking about cops. Cops taking advantage of their authority and abusing it.
Right.
So the white cop that punched the black dude, he was taking advantage of his authority. It's the same as it was systematic way that I was telling you about the penitentiary in Florida. Policemen taking abuse of their authority.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean they've been doing that ever since the beginning. I mean, really, it ain't nothing new, nothing changed, but it is It's refreshing to know that hey, this cop right here actually did something for a change. This black cop actually did something for a change because we know the history of black cops when they working with white cops. They try to act like a fly on the wall. They try to act like they ain't got nothing to do with it, but they just as guilty as the white cop. So
So, it's just basically just like that's the way it is with anything. Well, even on jobs, cops, and all the same. If you on my side of the table, then I'm gonna look out for you, regardless of whether you do something right or do something wrong. But it's nice for that cop to step up to the plate and at least act like he was doing something.
Right. True. Let me hear from Mr. Caffey real quick before we move on. See what Mr. got to say about this.
Yeah. Let me say this to all of those that are listening. I was thinking of something that we should all do. Whenever you see a policeman apprehend or confront anybody, if you have your phone available, take as many doggone pictures of it as you can. You'll never know what it may lead to. It may help some young brother in a courtroom setting get his rights. whenever you see a cop doing them, because their mindset seems to be, let's take care of our own. And no matter what we do, let's cover it up. Let's act as though nothing happened. It was all the perk's fault. Whatever went down wrong, blame it on the perk. And that's not necessarily true. There are some vicious, nasty, mean, ornery policemen out there, both black and white. So whatever you do, take a picture of it. That's my suggestion. I want to keep listening to other people talk.
All right, thank you, Mr. Caffey. All right, let's go now to the next one because we got to keep it moving because we want to get into this topic tonight. I ain't even said the name of the topic, and that is let me hold on. Let me put my camera back on. I normally turn the camera off when we have our phone queue talking, but we back. Name our topic tonight is male and female relationships. Can we all just get along? I know that sounds quite familiar. Y'all heard somebody say, "Can we all get along?" That was our good brother, dear brother, may he rest in peace, Rodney King. He said that about almost 30 years ago with the riots of LA. But this is not what that is tonight. This is not no riots of LA. This is the riot between the relationship between a man and a woman. And if I can be more specific, a black man and a black woman. If I could be more specific, there's a rioting going on between us that must come to an end now. But I don't want to go too deep. Let's go to our next current event because this is something that needs some attention brought to it. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. Why are they on my page? Why is this on here? On there, like, man, if you don't move, all right, well, I won't be able to share my screen. But hold on, let's do this. Say something, Kiki. What you got to say about the male and female relationships?
Man, I mean, it's just so much to say, but you would have to start where does the problem lie? I mean, we just have to.
And the woman.
We can blame the woman all day, but we say the man is the lead, right? So then the man leads and the woman follows. So
we about to get into all day because I'm so glad. I'm so glad you said the woman lead and the man lead and the woman follow, because that's the problem. Why y'all not doing it?
Why are men not leading?
Okay, all right, touche.
I mean, it's both ways, because I mean, and it's both ways. It's some men out here that are not leading, it's some women that are not following. But how do you expect for a person that's just like, so take the woman and the man out of it if you want to, and you could just talk leadership. You're not gonna find people that will follow a leader that don't know how to lead. I mean, that's just common. Like, I mean, you can't.
But is that like the main issue now with black men and black women that
they know how?
I got the current event before they try to pop up with another ad. It says Ashkenazi Hospital killed prominent cancer researchers. Here's how internationally regarded as a brilliant researcher, David pioneered a by turning diseased cells against themselves, dubbed at the Indiana University School of an associate director of translation research at the Simon Cancer Center. It was a significant coup for the school, but Boothman will never get the opportunity to see if his research translates into saving lives. He next it says Boothman died after a nurse at the Sidney and Lois Eskenazi in Indianapolis mistakenly administered a massive dose of fentanyl, a synthetic opioid nearly 100 times stronger than morphine, instead of 9 hydrating solution as he recovered from a stroke. The 61-year-old molecular biopsy death on November 1st, 2019 came a week after the medication era. The fentanyl depressed his blood pressure, causing his brain damage. Boothman into a irreversible coma. An autopsy revealed he died from respiratory the fentanyl. The coroner ruled his death an accident. Oh, BS. Bull crap. Let me keep read this last little bit. Last 10 months, his widow, Dr. Sue Strick. Oh no, we stop right there. We stop right there. They said they ruled it as a death as an accident. I ain't even say that yet. What's your take, Kiki? They gave him 100. Hold on. They gave him fentanyl and a high dosage of fentanyl, 100 times stronger than morphine. They killed this man.
Well, I think for me, I think that the hospital is dealing with that. I mean, it's simple, but what my question is, how long has this been going on?
You mean
With other with even with
killing
this case,
people?
yeah, even with this case, how long has this been going on with other people with other cases as well? Because you're putting when you go to a hospital, you are trusting that the doctors and the nurses, they know what they're doing. That's what you're going. You're going to trust that they know what they're doing. And when accidents happen, I get accidents. Oh man, accidents shouldn't lead to death, man.
They said he shouldn't even have no fentanyl in his system. They said he should have had a hydrating drip. Let me go back. Let me go back and tell you what they said he should have had. He should have had. It was like some type of saline solution. It should have been a hydrating solution as he recovered from a stroke, not a synthetic opioid nearly 100 times stronger than morphine.
Right, but at that point, who do you follow?
I say straight up, the doctors, nurses. I think all of them should lose their job. All of them should be sued. And if they want to practice, medicine, they might need to take the little exam again or suspend their license for a minute and not take it off with license. Some so they know, like, all right, we actually, you actually just killed the person. This man is gone.
Right. Well, if I was the family, I would sue anyway. The state of Indiana would have to pay. I'm just saying
Oh,
they
big,
just
big,
they
big, big
just
bank. I
want
say
no,
you
I'm
big
s-
bank.
no, I'm just saying,
State of Indiana, that's big bank.
but I'm serious. It would have to happen because man,
I'm with you on that.
death, and then what you gave him was 100 times more than he should even have.
Right, 100 times more.
Right. You
100
gotta
times more.
right. So somebody has to be accountable for that.
Most
This
definitely.
man is gone. So it's just
You ain't talking to the people.
I'm sorry. It's just we got to be careful, especially because we're in a situation that's just like I said, when we go to hospitals and doctor's offices, and I don't care if it's a dentist, I don't care what it is. We expect for this person that is over us to what the hell they doing. Period.
True.
Ain't no mistakes be made. That's just like if you had someone that was allergic to something, well, you gonna give them what they allergic to? Why you think when you go into the hospitals they ask you, are you allergic to Tylenol? Are you allergic to such and such? So my thing is, so the hospital has to be accountable, and certainly the nurse.
True. Got
She
to.
has to be accountable as well.
Because what was it that distracted you from giving them that? Because I mean, like, were you distracted or was it? They said it was accidents. You mean to give them the over the fentanyl that's 100 times stronger than morphine?
And what made it the right? And what made it the accident? The
Man,
solution in another place that it shouldn't have been,
right? Or were you not paying
or
attention?
were
Were
you
you
not
talking?
right?
Come on,
What's going on? And that's the same thing as that's why I don't believe vaccines.
Oh,
And to go
damn
back to
vaccine.
that, I'm not getting
No,
the
I mean,
vaccine. I don't trust it because I go back and I think because I get my kids shots. So the thing is, I watch nurses go outside the room to get what you're shooting the person with. So what you're taking inside of them, you're not doing that right in front of us. You go out and you get that, and then you administer the shot.
uh-huh.
I don't trust it. I'm sorry, I just don't. And that's why the same thing that happened to this gentleman is the same thing that could happen again, and you would just look at it as an accident. That's not an accident to me. That's not an accident.
Right.
It might have been. It might seem like an accident to you because you don't want to be accountable for what just happened, but that's not. That's a deep accident,
Yeah.
and somebody got to pay for that.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like you just took a life. You just took a life on that one. So let me go into the chat and then phone queue. We got to speed it up. Phone queue. Let's go. Let's talk to Mr. D first. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's the rap? I mean, the nurse killed the doctor. The doctor was on the verge of making a major discovery. Hey, and if you check that article out a little bit more, you'll find out that things did go the way, but this lady was married to this doctor for quite a long time. I'm not changing the script. We're still talking about doctors, but just a little while ago, there was a nurse that was killed at IU in Carmel, where she was a nurse for so many years, and she told the doctor what she needed to help her come through this so-called C-19 thing.
Right.
And the doctor disregarded what she was saying because she was a nurse, and she died. You can find that it's in the on the Facebook, YouTube channel also. And this was a black nurse. So, you can't say it's a black-white thing because the doctor that died, he was a white doctor.
Right.
Now, this is a black nurse that died. If the doctor had paid attention to what she said, she probably would still be alive today. As a matter of fact, if memory serves me correct, it says that one day after the lady started the Facebook incident, she died.
Oh wait, that's negligence. That's what it is, negligence. Let me go to Mr.
Well,
Cap.
it all depends.
No, keep going.
All depends on how you look at it, because naturally they're gonna say it was an underlying sickness that they never found until you was diagnosed with C-19.
Right. Still sound like negligence to me. But let's go to Mr. Cappy real quick. Go ahead, Mr. Cappy.
Listen, they did a survey when I was in college once of hospitals and mistakes and things like that they make. And you would be surprised how many mistakes are made, because a lot of people just work for the paycheck. Years ago, they used to work because they were interested, the teachers were interested. People had a real feeling for other people, but now it seems to have waned quite a bit. There's no love. There's no real incentive to do your job and do it well. Dr. King made a statement once, and I think we could glean a lot from it. He said, no matter if you're handling the broom or whatever, and this, that, and the other, he says, do it to the your ability so that the dead, the living, and the unborn can't do it any better. But nowadays, I mean, you just don't find it. Years ago, nurses used to wear an outfit. it was basically white. Their shoes was white. Their stockings were white. They even wore caps, and they were white. Uh, the clothes that he wore in a hospital. Now you go in there, he might have a hair on his back, looking like a wolf, or beard on your arm,
Right.
and all. There's just no pride in it.
Yeah,
Seems
don't
like
look
anymore.
clean, right?
So, you're taking a chance. Number one, remember this is one of the filthiest places you can ever go in. Okay, so whenever you can, try to avoid them.
Right.
Try to stay out of hospitals if you can. That's all I can fix to you. Have a good.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right.
I'm still here.
Okay. I'll do this. Man, let me see. Mike, because I don't know if that person long with the nights. That mic not getting clicked on. Man, hold on. Let me see. That might be my girl Dana. Hold on. Let me see if that's my. Is that Dana? Is that you? You call 317-332. Is that you, Dana?
Yes, sir. It's Dana.
What's up, Dana? How you doing?
Yes, it is Dana Sine. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I just good. I just joined the call, and I heard you all discussing medical negligence.
Absolutely.
Is that what you all were discussing?
Yes, medical negligence. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I worked in a hospital emergency room a couple of years ago when I was living in New Orleans area, and it was a very interesting experience. Like, I know that I'm not cut out to be in that type of environment. I was doing administrative work, but because it was a small hospital, I was exposed to a lot more than I thought I would be, and I found out I couldn't handle it. But I think Mr. D is right. Like, things have changed, and it's like nowadays it's like the personal touch, or the love is missing. And I think really from behind the scenes is because the nurses and doctors are required to do so much computer work now that they can't really focus on the patients, and they get them in and get them out real fast. They can see as many as possible so they can make more money. The more patients they see, the more money they can make.
Right.
So it's about the money now, and it's not even really their fault. It's just the way the system is set up. The system makes them have to work like that, just like they do teachers now. So yeah, that personal touch is missing because they can't really. I'll say most of the time they can't really don't have time to get attached to the patients or to build that rapport, that relationship anymore like they used to because of the way they're made to have to work, and it's really sad.
You saying that's the reason for the negligence?
Yeah, that's all I wanted to add. Well, I don't think that's the reason for negligence. I honestly, and I'm just gonna keep it real in the way that I see it. There's a lot of racism that goes on. I'm not saying that's the case all the time, but there's like a lot of I've seen a lot, and even as an employee, I experienced it, but I see it with the patients. When you have white doctor nurses, they don't always treat Black patients the same as they do the white patients. Like, I've seen it firsthand. They may spend a little more time with that white patient, or they may, talk to them a little bit more. They even use a different vocabulary when they're talking to white patients sometimes.
I agree.
In a lot of cases. So
True.
there's a lot of racism in that field. And they don't admit it. They might not even be aware of it, but when there's certain people, I guess sometimes they think they don't want to talk over their head, but they kind of dumb themselves down, their vocabulary down, because they think, this is how they can relate.
Yeah,
but it's kind of
Black
insulting.
people stupid. They think
to
Black
me,
folks
it's
stupid.
insulting and it's condescending. Yeah, I don't like it when I see it happen. I've seen it happen a lot. And sometimes they can just be downright cold. and just no, not empathetic at all and stuff. And it's just like, okay, let me sew you up, patch you up, and get you out of my face,
Yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, sometimes they don't take that extra care with us like they do their own.
Absolutely. All right, thank you, Dane.
And
Appreciate
then
it.
I see the opposite with them. Oh, you're welcome.
Stay on the line. Don't go nowhere because we're gonna definitely bring you back in because we
Oh,
wanna we
okay.
wanna hear from you.
Oh, okay. Sure.
All right, okay. Man, I can tell this getting ready to be fired in the mug tonight, y'all. It's about to be fired. Yeah, I was saying, Kiki, you gotta let me put the camera on you real quick. You got a fan out here, Gregory Squires. He said, "What up?" He said, "What up?"
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. We got a love connection to this mother. Now, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
That man is married.
Okay, I said, let me stop. Let me stop. Ah. Just joking, bro. Just joking, bro. All right. Tonight we're gonna get to it. We already got it fired up. We was talking about you coming over or yeah, come on over. Yeah, we got it fired up. So yeah, Kiki was talking that nonsense earlier, but we get ready to get Kiki together. Y'all know how I do. I mute all mics get muted, and then I'm a bang for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna toss it over. I'm gonna toss it over to Kiki. Then we got my boy in the building. We got Music Man. You gonna see him. Music Man speaks in the building, and then we gonna holler at the chat at the phone queue. See what the phone queue rapping about. Let's start. All right, male and female relationships. Can we all just get along? See what this is. I think I'm gonna stop doing the part one, part two, part three because I know that's getting boring. But the thing is, we pretty much talking about the same things in our topics. We're talking about the same things. So with that being said, we're gonna give them a little bit of a. We're gonna give the topic a little bit of a twist. Okay, we want to know, can we all just get along? Because let me share my screen too. I need to share my screen to see let you see what I'm getting ready to read. Let you see what I'm getting ready to read because we got to go back to the basics. We got to go back to the basics on this one. Something that a lot of people stop reading that, stop talking about that. Let's bring it down. No. What's bringing us down is the mindset that you keep having, which is what this gentleman did. This gentleman, he brought a mindset to the slave owners that he said would last over 300 years. And exactly that's what it's doing. Let me just read a little bit of it. I know you see it on the screen. If you watching, you probably see it on the screen. But just read along with me. This is what he said. He said, "Gentlemen, you know what your problem are? I do not need to elaborate. I am not here to enumerate your problems. I am here to introduce to you a method of solving them. In my bag here, I have a foolproof method for controlling your black slaves. I guarantee every one of you that if installed correctly, it will control the slaves." Hold on, my screen trying to trip on me. Today, there we are. If installed correctly, it will control the slaves for what? At least 300 years. And then in parentheses, somebody didn't put they must have redid this article because somebody actually put in there 2012. So it's beyond 300 years. They put 2012. So what? We 8 years going into 9. Wow, still doing the same shit. All right, here we go. My method is simple. Any member of your family or your overseer can use it. I have outlined a number of differences among the slaves and make the differences bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control. Then we fast forward and go all the way down to where he says you must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use what? The female versus the male, and the male versus the female. We want to stop right there because that is something that that's a problem that we having right now. Let me move my chair because I want y'all to see me. That's the problem that we have right now, is that there is this male and female disconnect. Okay, there's a male and female disconnect, and I'll say with, I mean, I don't want to talk about other nationalities, but I'm gonna make this thing personal too. The black people, okay, there's this disconnect that we have, that we are not really, that we have not been able to get over. Okay, Kiki said earlier, she said if the man is supposed to be the leader, then why isn't he leading? And the woman is supposed to be the follower. That's great point. I love that, Kiki, because when we look in the scriptures, what happens in the scriptures is that Adam was made first. And since Adam was made first and he was tilling the field, he was field, God said, you know what, I find it, I don't want it to be hard upon Adam, so I'm going to make him what? A help meet. So what does a help meet? That's a person that's there to meet the needs of the man. Okay, a couple weeks ago, you and John was up there hollering about, Kevin Samuels. He was wrong. He was disrespectful for the words that he said. How he came at that girl. Okay, he could switched it up a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you about that. At the end of the day, what Kevin Samuels was asking the young lady was spot on. He said, "How can you?" She said she want a man to make six figures. Okay, and so he asked her. He said, "Well, what do you bring to the table for the man to make six figures?" What did she say? She said, "Well, uh, I can help him with his business. She said, I know how to garden." And then she started talking about self-help. But he was like, but how does that help him? He's like, 9 times out of 10, if this man is making six figures, what is it? He's already got it. He already got somebody working on his business. His business is already expiring. So what do we need what do we need her help with? Okay, then gardening or whatever. Okay, that's because me personally, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. So I would love a woman that can garden, but self-help, that's what we supposed to be doing anyway. Okay. And then getting back to another thing he said therapy. A lot of people was upset about that therapy, but after I started researching and watching more videos of Kevin Samuels, he spot on, because that's what we need. That's what we're going to need to really break through the cycle, the break through the cycle, to really, everybody talking about, so man, I just, the men say, I wish I could just get a woman that's just, that's just shut the fuck up and suck a nigga's dick on spite. Okay, if you want that, what it's got to take to get that is you got to get you some therapy to be able to mask the pain, to be able to deprogram yourself from the Willie Lynch syndrome. Same as the woman. I want a man that's what, 6 feet tall. He got to have a big dick. He got to have a nice car. He got to have six figures. You can get that if you master pain, deprogram yourself of the Willie Lynch syndrome that we are all struggling with. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down because I know the panelists, they ready to jump in, and then I'll give you some more tidbits as we go. So we're gonna kick it over right now to Kiki, then Matt. None of them is on. Go ahead.
With things that the gentleman did say, I think his approach was incorrect. And I mean, that's what I said the day that I heard what he was saying. I just said that his approach should have been different. As far as the six figures, we all have a uh how can I put it? We all have something we want in a person, something that we want to see, something we want to feel. We want to feel loved. We want a certain type of how can I put it? It's what we choose. It's what we're choosing. But that doesn't necessarily mean that everything that we have, what we need to do is, then excuse me, what we need to do is weigh our pros and our cons. And the same pros and cons that we should weigh with the mate that we're looking for, we need to weigh with ourselves. And it will then make sense. A lot of us have a certain mentality. You cannot go to a man and expect 6 figures and you don't know how to take care of your kids. Your kids running around, they taking care, they're not even listening to you. Actually, they running the home and you're not.
Come on.
So it's a whole lot of, we just have to be careful when it comes to things like that. It's okay to have that certain list that we want and all of that. That's what we should have. But what are we bringing to the table? As you said, when it comes to that, the man is still supposed to lead and the woman is supposed to follow.
Always.
However, if you're in a position, how many men are in position to actually lead, protect, and guide?
Believe it or not, there's a lot of men that's ready to lead and protect and guide.
Okay, but what are we leading on? We leading on ass? I mean, we having a real conversation, right?
Yeah,
So
real
what,
talk.
so what we leading on? What are your leadership capabilities? What are you running with when you're trying to lead?
I'm gonna say this. See, thing is, for women, and I don't know if Matt can agree. Some women, they already come in with what they want the man to lead them on, but the man might have an agenda.
Okay.
Based on past relationships.
Right.
Okay.
Past experiences.
And if you're trying to make me lead based off of someone that you're still in love with, if you're still buying cologne for me that somebody else used to wear, you need to be with that person. So y'all can continue.
True. That's
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with what he said. However, the man leads, right?
Yes.
So when does the man say, because it's this way and this way and this way, I just don't think you're the one for me, on to the next, like a woman would do. On to the next.
This man out there that do that.
Listen, quit wasting time.
I feel
Listen, this is how I feel.
We
all wasting time, because what we'll do is, well, dang, man, they just attracted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, she just got a nice
ass.
seat.
Right.
So I don't know, man.
I gotta speak on that. I gotta piggyback
Come on, man.
I agree with you on that. A lot of men being their ego, and if they didn't have sex with her, they feel like they failed. No, move on to the next person. Take your ball and go home. You're not meant to be with every woman. And a lot of men, they get caught up in their ego, and they just can't leave that situation alone. And then 10 years down the road, they complaining because they have an 8-year-old son or 8-year-old daughter from this person that they forced themselves on, that they weren't supposed to be with. And now they complaining about child support, this and that. You weren't meant to be with that woman. You probably weren't even meant to have sex with her. Because and then back on what you was talking about, the reason why black men can't lead is because we're up under a European structure.
Ooh.
Until we rid ourselves of the Willie Lynch syndrome that I'm talking about men and women. I know women want men to lead, but you can't hold the white man's hand and then want my dick.
Oh.
And that's what it be a lot of times, because we're in a Western society where diamonds are a girl's best friend. And that's the only way the white man can lead, because if we didn't have the currency, which Africans invented anyway, we invented currency, but it wasn't. In Western society, they make currency the only way you can acquire goods, material things, houses, land. So back then, before Europeans took over the world, we used to have a bartering system where Tyron be like, well, I got 5 acres of land. I need some mules. Well, we'll trade off.
Most definitely.
Or Kiana be like, Matt, I got all these silk garments. And I'll be like, well, I got a warehouse you can make silk garments at. We'll trade off like that. You know, I'm example.
Right.
So now we up under this system where money is the thing you're supposed to have. And I'm not saying that black men don't have money. It's just that we need to get white folks out of our business. The black women need to get the white women out of their business. And the black woman need to stop helping the white woman that on problems that the black man never even had power to suppress the black woman on. We never had the power in a European system to suppress the black woman, only domestically, but not, you can't get your education, you can't go out here and do this and do this.
So you say
That
women
wasn't
in
us.
control,
That
right?
was the white man and the white woman. But at the end of the day, black men
True.
get the blame for every problem in the world. If somebody has gas, it's the black man's fault.
Yeah.
If somebody runs out of gas in their car, it's the black man's fault. If a fire start in a house or something, it's the black man's fault. Everything is the black man's fault. And another thing too, black men and black women need to sit down and talk to each other like they would talk to their white boss on their job,
Right.
and we would get somewhere. We have been socialized to be disrespectful to each other, and that's the main thing. We don't even know how to talk to each other
Yeah,
first.
Right.
Communication.
Yeah.
I was just about, that's what I was just about to get into, is that piggybacking off what Max said, is that the black woman, I mean, I've seen this too many times. The black woman, she quick to cuss out and yell at her black boyfriend before she do her boss. I've dated women that more gun co about their white supervisor than me. I'm just putting out there. That there was years ago I dated her. I know she's not watching my YouTube page, but if she is, she can call me and we can have a conversation about it. I already told her to her face 8 years ago. So I mean, anyway, yeah, she was more gun co about her supervisor this, supervisor that. I said, well, damn, you keep that dude's name in your mouth more than you do mine.
You know why?
Go ahead. What's the reason?
You know why? Okay. Even black. You ever seen black niggas that's in the hood? They crazy. Like you afraid to mess with them. Like they got a reputation in the hood. Then they go on their job. They kiss the white man's butt. It's the same thing. Yeah. The black man and the black woman have been socialized to see the white man as authority, and what we do is we see each other as non-authority. It's not that we try and dominate each other, but we've been socialized to disrespect each other, and we've been socialized to not only see as the white man as authority figure, even dealing with the same sex. You know, we have been socialized, conditioned, and brainwashed to see the white man as God. And the reason we see him as God, I'm sorry, but the reason why we see him as God is because as soon as we get out of debt, here go another holiday, and we feel obligated. Like,
come on,
like I'm a grown ass man. You're not going to make your corporation rich. This is what America has done, to go into the new year with surplus money off of Christmas, off of Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, and New Year's. So they going in rich off of us, and mainly black people, because we the ones spending our money. It's an exploitation pot. America is not a melting pot.
Come on.
America is only thriving because black folks spend 97% of their money outside of the black community, which we don't even have really, because we failed to even build one. And you can't have a black community without a black neighborhood. Black neighborhood is having black families. So we ain't even got the black neighborhood because we ain't got the man in the house. Because of welfare have turned black men into players. Can jump from one house to the next, getting this one pregnant, getting that one pregnant. The next thing you know, they got women all over. Won't do, ain't no accountability. You don't hear nothing about gunshot marriages. They used to make, if you got somebody pregnant back in the 50s and beyond, the dad would come with shotgun. You ever heard of shotgun marriage? Yeah. We have
African tradition, ain't it?
We are up under white supremacy is always evolving, and what it did, it used Martin Luther King unknowingly when he was an integrationalist to integrate black people. The white man wasn't really digging the Jim Crow, because he's like, dang, how can I make more money? We got to integrate black people. That way we can get richer. Because once we integrate black people, we take away the black-owned businesses, the black-owned bus lines, the black-owned hospitals. Discussing earlier, we don't have black-owned hospitals, and that's why a lot of black people are dying. Like the girl was saying earlier, they don't care about us in the hospital. They just, hey, whatever, we'll just give you this little morphine, and they treat the white people better because we don't have our own hospitals. We used to have our own hospitals. You know, so it's like, man, until we get off from under the control and the pimping that the not only the white man but the European Jews, who are really not Jews, who are really German Khazars, we gonna continue to keep. You said it's past what 300 years now.
Past 300 years now, and
It's gonna keep going because black women refuse to. We are comfortable within their system. And that's why we dying early too, because we're eating the white man's food. We doing his diet. Black people, we get our vitamin D from the sun. We ain't supposed to be drinking cow's milk. A cow, baby cow, don't even drink the mother's milk certain age. So why is you trying to make me drink milk so I can get mucus in my body, which mucus forms cancer? It's like I'm done, man.
Go ahead, Kiki.
So it's very simple. If you listen to the conversation and what has I've been saying this for the longest, and I'll say this until you can take this and put it in your checking account, you can put it in your savings. The black race is the most powerful race. If you go back to everything that we all have talked about, what is the common denominator? The black race.
Black race.
You have to. It's so simple, and people, we just don't get it. And it's very simple. We already have power, but we don't know our power. The white man is nothing. Jim Crow is nothing. He came up with these little bitty words to make us go against each other. And really, we don't look at each other as one up, one down. We look at each other as enemies.
Most definitely.
If you go back to the black man, the black woman, we look at each other as enemies. And until we change our mindset, it'll be 300 more years. But I don't want my kids living in that mess. I want to change and break the cycle and the dysfunction that we have in the black community. Do we know that we can own everything that we ever wanted to own? We put everything in the white man's hands. The white man ain't got shit on us, man. We put it in their hands, man. And we okay with having little bitty ass houses. We okay with having a car that we got to pay 20 years on. Man, come up out of here. The money belongs to us.
Woo.
Period. Pick up what you got to pick up, black community, and let's get about our business. Because at the end of the day, it's legacy for our children. And if you don't have the black man supporting the black woman, and the black woman supporting the black man, it's a done deal. That's why they can pull over the black man, and the black woman can be in the car, the passenger seat, talking about no. Shut up and let this black man do what he got to do. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's a power struggle. It's about power and control. And until we control us, they can't control us. It's all about control, and they know who they want to control. They're not controlling the Asians. They're not trying to control them. They're trying to control us because we're the most powerful race.
Most powerful.
Say it until I leave this earth, man. It's all good though.
We know how to get money, but we don't know what to do with it.
Let me get to the chat room. Y'all over here killing. They over here killing. It's fire in the studio, and it's fire in this chat room. Shout out to Queen Mary Kennedy, or we all know her as Selena. Hold on, I can put this up on the screen over here too. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, I'm about to read some of these. Yeah, I'm gonna read some of these comments. She over here blazing this thing. She said, "I hope this was in good regards." There, right? So it's soul decisions, no matter the currency or circumstance. Queen to you. She gave you a shout out. I think she says Teach King to you, mate. Yeah, you a shout out. Let's see over here. She said his approach was necessary. Oh, she talking about Kevin. No one has told her that before like that. My prayer is that it changes her perspective. And you know what? I'm gonna stop right there and speak on that, because I think that's what the problem is too. Is that some women they ain't used to a man talking to them like that. They're not even used to a real man talking to them. They used to what Mad and Kiki talking about, a spineless jellyback type dude that's soft. Yeah, you know, the nigga. Right, the nigga, he just gonna be right. You just said he just gonna be quiet because he need a place to say he gonna fuck her right. You know what I'm saying? All that. He gonna do all that. Let's go. Hold on. We're gonna go to the studio, I mean to the chat room, because they over here hot as hell over here too. Somebody didn't hop the line and hit the number one. I know who that is. That's Dana. We're gonna let Dana go in for some bars. Go ahead, Dana.
Okay, I'm hopping on right now. I had to log off the YouTube because it was echo, and I had the phone uh, on and the YouTube at the same time. But anyway, I did watch that whole interview with Kevin Saunders and that young lady that had called in because I saw it floating around online, and I thought it was funny. So I went to his YouTube page and I watched that whole episode. I thought it was hilarious. I felt sorry for the sister a little bit because I don't think if she had watched any of his previous shows, she should have known she was setting herself up to get roasted. He tried to give her a way out. You know, he tried several times to give her a way out. And then, I mean, that's just his personality and how he conducts his shows. I watched a few other ones. I was like, okay, that's how he gets down. So she should have known better. She got what she asked for. I thought it was hilarious. But in all seriousness, just because somebody makes six figures doesn't mean you're going to be compatible with them just because you guys have the same amount of money. That's just like somebody that makes $30,000 a year and somebody else does too. That doesn't mean they're always going to be compatible. I mean, you might have different upbringings. You may have different ways, different lifestyles. Different. Everybody doesn't vibe with everybody. Everybody doesn't have chemistry with everybody. So, that's just the way it is. And so you see somebody, that makes a certain amount of money, they're going to have certain expectations as far as class goes. If they came from the hood and they got new money, they still just might be hood. But a lot of people who have worked, they're professional, or they know how to conduct themselves in a classroom, and they graduate and go ahead into, in some type of profession. That means they have to interact with other people who are in those professions also. So they know how to carry themselves, obviously. So that means that they're going to be looking for a person that has a certain amount of class, or, a certain amount of a certain vocabulary, a certain way they carry themselves, a certain way they look, where they, you can just kind of spot things like that in another person if you've been exposed to those types of things. So that's kind of what he was led on, but he said it in his own way. And I was laughing. I'm sorry. I got to play devil's advocate. I thought it was funny. So that's my take on it.
All right, thanks, Dana. Let's go down the line. We're gonna get you last because I know you going in. So let's go to Mr. Caffey next.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Did you say you allow me to talk for a second? Let me just say this. In the scriptures, if you want to go by that, it's always been of great value to me. Chapter 3 of Genesis and the 16th verse tells you why there's friction between male and female. Can I read it for you right quick? Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow shall thou bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. Listen to this. And he shall rule over thee. But there is a way of getting around that. It's called husbands, love your wives. And if a male who's supposed to be the leader now to keep this mess from happening to us when we get together, if he will acknowledge that the Lord and Savior is to be a husband to him. I'm not talking sex now, stuff. If he understands his place to Jesus, then he knows his place with his wife. That puts him right dead center. He's supposed to take instructions from him and pass those inferior to him, that Jesus is superior to him. And once he understands that and starts obeying the word, your wives, even as Christ loved, that means even, that word even there means the same way. That means you're going to have to give some, and it also means that you have to love her without condition. You have to love her and forgive her, even when you don't want to, okay? Because that's the position you're in. You take care of your children. It is your kids are not going to have to beg you for shoes. Understand? Your folks are not have to beg you to bring groceries in the house. That's your job. Your job, them from all enemies, both spiritual as well as physical. That means you need to know some scripture and how to ward off the arrows of the devil. You got to be able to fight that stuff off. You can't be a bigot and be thick-headed and think you as a self-made man. You're nothing unless you put yourself in the proper perspective, and that is get in line. You are number 2, and your wife is number 3. But please don't ever think she's inferior to you. She's to be your help, which meet for you, meaning that she is the one who is your companion. She come out of your side. Keep her at your side. Don't be pushing her behind you.
Somebody hung up. D, your mic is hot. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm here, man. I can't come in if I'm muted.
Okay.
Hey, man, I heard Brother John, Brother Matt.
Yeah, Matt, not John.
It's good to hear from you, my brother.
Thank you, man.
Merry Xmas holiday to you.
Thank you.
I hear y'all out there bumping a whole lot. I heard the sister Queen preach a sermon that, it's one thing to talk it, but it's another thing to live it. Everybody out there spitting game, and the man ain't in the house, and the man's supposed to leave. How the man gonna leave when the woman won't shut up and let him leave? I mean, but I'm gonna be nice tonight. I ain't gonna bother nothing. But you guys are putting some nice stuff out there, and I have to say to Sister Dana, she was spot on. Kevin did give the lady a chance to get out, but she's like most women today. She got to have her little 2 cents in, regardless. He didn't open the door and told her to leave. No, she ain't gonna leave till she ready to leave. So she deserved everything she got. And so far as his approach to her, I think Kevin's approach was spot on, because he told her in the beginning, you calling on the wrong day. You ain't supposed to call here and try to bum rush the show like that. Mm-hmm. And as a European man myself, it would be nice if you guys stopped putting so much blame on the Europeans. The guys throw everything that's wrong. Everything that's wrong, y'all throw it at us Europeans. I wish you guys would do some research and find out what Europeans are, instead of spreading that propaganda about the European did this and did that. Willie Lynch, was he a white man or a black man? If memory serves me right, I think Willie Lynch was one of the chocolate people, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Don't run from me, T. Back me up. What Wasn't he a chocolate man?
I believe so. It's been some sources cited saying that the dude was black.
Okay. He's a chocolate man, and he came to the lighter pigmented man with a plan. So if Willie Lynch was a
That's
chocolate
all the way
man,
backwards right there.
why are we putting the blame on the European people?
Yeah, why the
I mean, let's go
European
all the way
people
back
listening
to
to
the
the black
mother.
man to control their slaves? So that's all the way. That's all the way backwards right there.
Well, you know, well, I mean, if you really want to go back and see who put who at top, if you really want to know who's supposed to be the number one top dog, it's supposed to be the man. If you go biologically, the Bible lets you know that Eve wasn't nothing but a spare rib. I know women don't like that, but that's what they book said. They King James Version said that Eve was a spare rib.
But
And
D,
if it's what they say they believe, yeah,
I gotta, you know what? I'm becoming the Kiki's aid.
I'm here, boss.
I'm becoming the Kiki's aid because she do make a good point. This is something that us men have to we got to work on this. It's you know, I don't know what the percentage is, but there is some men that is not ready to lead, but they acting like they are leaders. I know a few personally myself, but like I was telling Kiki, I know a whole bunch that are leaders. I know a bunch of men as leaders, but have horrible times with women. They have horrible situations with women.
Okay, I couldn't hardly hear her because she was talking like she was scared of the microphone. So I mean, I couldn't hardly hear. But you know, if it's correct in what they say they believe in, the King James, the tampered with King James version, it said, and I quote, Adam was given dominion over everything. I haven't found in there yet where the dominion was taken away from man. So these women that like to profess that they're Christians or whatever, they need to go back and read the tampered with King James version and find out the man, whatever the man say, boo, you're supposed to jump. Now, I ain't saying the man's supposed to kick and knock you around. No, I don't believe in that. But I do believe that a woman should hold a
90 seconds
and not try to be equal with a man. Because if a woman can do everything a man can do, something wrong with her somewhere upstairs. And I'll bow out, boss.
Ooh. All right, what we're gonna do real quick. We're gonna have rebuttals from the studio, and then I'm gonna throw in another point. We're gonna hit it quick and we're out of here. All right, rebuttals from the studio. Go ahead, Kiki.
60 seconds.
What we have to realize is this: we have a lot of people in position, whether it's the man or the woman, that are not in the right position. That's just like dealing with situations. You being in you're called to do something, but you're doing something else. Well, you weren't called to do that, so then you in the wrong position. We have some men out here that can lead or are good leaders. That doesn't necessarily mean that they'll choose the right woman. And then you have some women out here that want to be led, but they now choosing the right man. And then I will say this, because this is the me. I will talk about
10
in
seconds.
a while now. I will talk about the independence of the Black woman. And what I mean by that is the same thing we talking about now. Why does the Black woman have to be independent? There's so many Black women that have to be independent now because the Black man done walked out. For whatever reason that he walked out and he left, and it's no communication. It's all this disrespect. Don't nobody want to sit down at the table and talk like real talk. We want to disrespect each other, bitch this, bitch that. That stuff don't work. It's all about class, how we treat each other, how we respect each other. And trust me, when you respect each other, you will then be heard. When you disrespecting somebody, that goes in one ear and out the other. I know if you come to me and you talk to me and you being disrespectful, that it's a done deal. We might as well clear the conversation. I might as well leave because I don't hear you no more. I don't want to talk at that point.
I feel you.
We need to figure out how to handle each other, how to sit down, and we do need therapy.
Yeah, most definitely. And she said it's all about class. I say it's all about ass. Okay, man.
Hey, Tyron, turn the video back down to you and say what you said to Mr. D. You was like, there's some men that do what, and some men that where you was talking about. Yeah, you was like, it's some men that can lead, and some men who.
Yeah, I know.
What
I
was you
personally
saying? Say
know.
that again.
I personally know some men that no, they're not ready to be leaders, and I know, but they want to lead a woman. They really want a woman so bad that they can have control over. And I know some men that are leaders, great leaders, but have a hard time with the women.
That's what I wanted to comment on.
All right.
And she already took part of what I wanted to say, and I'm glad she said it too. But those men that want to lead but aren't leaders are looking for mothers instead of wives.
Ooh.
And the reason why they looking for mothers is because I said on the show earlier, either on my show or your show, a man should have his shit together regardless if he's with a woman or not. How can you look for a woman and you ain't got no place to stay, no car to drive, and no income or streams of income?
Come on.
So if you can't even take care of yourself, you cannot lead a woman, and you're bad for business. You ain't even a businessman. You can't even manage your own house without a woman. So now this is another thing too. Those men are looking for women. And the reason why they still want to lead, because they got that man part in them that, that's, yeah, I'm the leader. No, you trying to be a pimp. You trying to send her out to go to work while you at PlayStation 5. And you saying you're going to flip her taxes.
Right.
And say you got some good kush, but it's really some exotic Reggie.
Oh, come on.
And the back of her debit card, the 3-digit code, her expiration date, her cash app.
Right.
And then the men who are capable of leading, who have their stuff together financially, the reason why they get with women they're not compatible with is because, like I was talking about earlier, they ego. They don't know how to leave those women alone. So they just continue. They just keep pursuing. Hey, beautiful in the DM. And then she finally look at your profile and be like, oh, okay, this dude look like he got some money. He was 5 cars behind. So I'm going to put him up front. I'm going to let him cut to the front.
So ain't nothing but a game.
Yeah, ain't nothing but a game. So that's why those men get the boot, because you keep pursuing something that's not meant for you. And a lot of men, they think what they down here because naturally the blood all go down there. And once the blood all go down to the pelvic area, all common sense have went with it. And basically
speaking with the wrong brain.
Yeah, it's just you ain't meant to lose the ego. That's why a lot of men are failing miserably at relationships. Once men lose the ego and realize that women outnumber men, then you can sort through the real women, and you don't want no bad bitch. Excuse me if we can say that or not. You don't want no bad bitch. You want a queen. That's how you get rid of the bad. I don't want no bad bitch. I want a queen. Somebody. Another thing too, we up under this European ideology. Kiki, and I think I said it before last week or the last time I was on the show. We playing out of position. Get out of my way. I'm the man. I'm the provider and the protector. You're the teacher and the nurturer. We're supposed to rule as equals, according to African culture, which is older than this biblical culture we quoting. The king and queen ruled equals. Like I keep saying, we up under this European ideology. And the reason I got to say European ideology, Mr. D, people, they don't get what you mean by that. I got to speak in layman terms to people. So what I mean by European ideology is we're up under this thing where the man is supposed to dominate the woman. The European man have always been jealous of his woman. So now we have taken on their spirit and their characteristics. And now the black man and the black woman is at odds with each other. And what's so messed up, black women hate each other. So when you hate each other and then you bring that into a relationship with a man, now you in competition with him, it ain't gonna work. Men is simple, man. Women be having this long list and stuff. Man, we about the 4 S's: sex, sandwiches, sports, and sleep. Another thing we about, if I'm making 6 figures whatever y'all was talking about with that dude.
Mhm.
It's your job to make the home peaceful and to
She ain't say nothing about that.
your job is easy as a like you. If I'm making $600,000, I don't need you trying to help me build my business. I already built it. Now I'm ready to find a queen that I just need to,
But in that case, Matt,
man, we can get a butler and I don't need you all in. It's sometimes women be trying to. I hate to say it. A lot of women be in competition. Start your own hustle. Because sometimes we might not be compatible when it comes to a business relationship. We might be compatible when it comes to the home and to love.
True,
and that.
that's a good point.
So I don't know if you're familiar with basketball. The coach be like isolation, and they used to let Michael Jordan go to work. It clear everybody out the way and let Jordan go one-on-one with his person. It's not that I don't need your help as a one. I need you to support me, but sometimes I just need you to get out the way and let me take it to the basket for a slam dunk. Because either way, you still on the team and we still gonna win the championship. I'm not trying to isolate you. It's just that women feel that they gotta always do what I gotta do, and women, you already got enough to worry about as a woman anyway. Like first off, y'all got when other women is jealous of you. Got your period, you got all this other stuff, the insecurities, the it's so much stuff
Right.
that women got to worry about, and then you try and take on my job and trying to help. Man, just give me peace when I get home and just be comfortable in your femininity.
Yes.
Actually,
Oh, I was
a
about to
woman
say
has
that.
more
Yep.
power
Yes, true.
in her femininity
True.
than trying to take on my
Come
masculine power. And that's why women are dying early now. It used to be the man used to die, the husband died before the woman. Leave the one. I'm supposed
Right.
to leave you with the house and the finances. Now you trying to take care. You looking for sons to take care of instead of a man to take care of you. It's like women get offended when you be like, I want to take care of you. Yeah, you mental. Something wrong with you. Yeah, you mental.
it's
just
all
like
about
just like
mentality.
just like homosexuality was a mental illness before 1973. We are up under this European ideology, which is really like a mental illness and mental illness characteristics that we have taken on. Instead of just, we always throwing away natural shit and nature. We always like just throwing aside nature and trying to fight against nature instead of playing our roles, our natural roles. And you said it, everybody out of position.
In line. You gotta be in line.
Everybody out of position. It's not making the woman weaker, the weaker vessel. You're actually stronger when you're in your femininity, because now the man got to do what he's supposed to do, which is be a man.
All right. Okay. Hey, what we gonna do now? Let me just suggest a few things, and then now we're gonna suggest a few things, and then we're gonna hit this
I see
phone.
that smile on your face. I know it's about to get good.
This phone cue. I mean, I don't have too much to say, but I'm gonna say like part of the solution. I normally don't have solutions. Let me take that up out of there real quick. Take that up out of there. All right. Part of the solution. All right. I'm just saying is that for the male and the female, if we gonna really do this, we already said number one, therapy. Number two, we gotta be fully vested. Okay, we can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Everybody that has spoke, even our chat room, everybody that spoke, they said the same thing. We can't be talking about on the man side of the game. We can't be talking about we gonna send a woman to work and we about to collect this welfare check. Come on, it don't work like that. The same as the woman. You can't be sitting there at home, he bringing on what they say, quote unquote, the proverbial bacon, and you sitting there watching Jan Levin. I'm got nothing against Jan Levin. You know, you sitting there really vested with one another, meaning that we two, for those of us that is spiritual minded, those of us that is we say that we are religious or we are spiritual, we have got to open up ourselves. We got to avail ourselves to where we can be able to tune in and tap into things that's spiritual. We can't tap into things that's spiritual. We sit there watching Nene Leaks. We sit there watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We watching Love and Hip Hop, and we reading Cosmo. We watching Facebook and Instagram, Twitter all day. How can you tap into something spiritual that might be going on with your man? Or how can you tap into something spiritual that might be going on with your woman? Because you two caught up in the everyday social things. But what about the spiritual things? When was the last time you picked up a book that was to help you be or picked up a book to help you be a better wife? I think that's not boring. We was not born on the book on how to treat the black woman, or you're a girl, you're going to be a woman. Here's your book to treat the black man. But no, we just can't. We didn't know what they so.
Your best to do right and see what happens. See how this can work. We are not a unified community, and we need to come together and we need to unify. And I tell you, if we unify, we are unstoppable. But when we going back and forth and going against each other and going against the grain and throwing rocks at the penitentiary, trust me, you're going to get caught. Just let it go. All we need to do is love and respect each other more, and this thing could work. And then watch how much power you will gain from that. A lot of us are sitting around doing nothing. We have no ambition. We have no, we don't even have a desire to do more than what we're doing. Today can be today. You look up tomorrow and you're not looking at tomorrow as a new day. I'm telling you, when you wake up as a new day, you done started again.
True.
What can I do more? What can I do more today that I didn't do yesterday? How can I love today that I didn't love yesterday? Come on, it's very easy. We just got to get it right, and we got to change our mentality.
True. All right, chat room real quick.
Can I say one thing? I won't
Let
be long.
me read this. Mary, my girl Selena, she said something real good. I gotta read this. I'm gonna toss it back over to Matt. She said his business is your business, so a woman has to take a vested interest in his vision. I agree with that, hands down.
It's got to be a vision, though.
Then let me say one more. Also, you said some men ain't got no vision. That's what
You
you
gotta
said.
have a vision.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It's just like the church. You gotta have a vision, or the church will, the people will
With Paris, true.
Okay,
true.
so then you gotta have a vision as a man.
Okay, let me read this last one.
A
I'm
man
gonna toss
without
it back.
vision. Ooh.
She said we were taking death culture. True. All this stuff that's dead, that's what we always dibbling and dabbling into. All right, go ahead, Matt.
The woman gotta have vision too.
I'm gonna say something real quick. I just buried my mother on the 14th, so her and my
condolences,
father
brother.
was embarking in on 45 years of marriage. He's taking it real hard right now, but they gave me some advice them being married. I'm not married, but they gave me the advice. I said, Mom and Dad, what did y'all do, you know, to work things out, even during the bad times? And they said, this is my dad said, when you get married, you got to make sure your wife's happiness is your number one priority. And my wife also makes sure my happiness is her number one priority.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to do both sides really. And then another thing too, and I'm gonna end this really quick. We are living how they want us to live instead of living how we're supposed to live naturally in our roles.
Right.
So it's basically, don't do what the government wants you to do. Live the natural, moral way that you know how to live. And what I mean by that, you're like I keep saying, we're living in a Europe up under a European construct where we're eating their food and we're doing stuff that's not natural to the natural order of things. And when you do that, you're going to be sick, not only physically, but spiritually and mentally. So Black people being people of the sun, natural people, where we live a long time if we eat off the trees and the herbs and stuff out of the ground.
Right.
We need to take that in consideration when it comes to how we should naturally do things with each other, the man and woman. So don't live how they want you to live. Live how you're supposed to naturally, our natural roles. So that's all I wanted to say on that.
All right. What we gonna do? Go to the phone. We want everybody in the phone queue. Go ahead and give last final remarks. Anything you want to speak about, you can go ahead and do so at this time. Let us go to my girl Dana.
Yes. Hi. Okay. So I totally agree with what the last brother just said about us living according to how the Creator created us in our natural, just be in harmony with nature and be in harmony with what the Creator meant for us to do. So whatever holy book that you read, whether it's the Bible or Quran, like myself, there are great examples and instructions on how we should live, how we should eat, how we should interact with each other and with the rest of creation. And when we don't do that and we do things that are contrary, it just creates a lot of chaos, like what we see now. I know people don't like to admit that it's wrong, but men aren't supposed to be with men sexually and women aren't supposed to be with women sexually. That's not how God created us to do. That's just one example of the chaos. We should, and like the sister said, Sister Kiana said, we should be we shouldn't be enemies of one another. We have all this music out here with war drums and all these beats that people listening to, these young people listening to, and they just, taking instructions and programming, and they just going out here killing each other with no remorse, no feeling about it. It's like a game. It's really disgusting, So it's just a lot of chaos in the world. And yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. D, I have to disagree with you on this point. Yeah, we can blame the white man because they started all of this. They started our downfall. It is their fault. Everything can be pointed back to white supremacy for sure. Yeah, I could go on and on and on about that. But yeah, they are the most evil, vile people on the planet, and they cause destruction, and they steal and loot wherever they are, whatever continent they on. That's what they do. So yeah, this is their fault, and that's my ending remarks.
Thank you, Dana. I appreciate it. I can always count on Dana to hit that 3-pointer. Shoot, I'm gonna call Dana Robert Ory because he was that one and always hit that 3-pointer for real. Thank you, Dana. All right, let's go.
You're welcome.
Let's go to Mr. Caffey. Mr. Caffey in the house.
I just want to say something real quick. If you read the first couple of chapters of Genesis, you'll discover God gave Adam a J-O-B.
Yes.
Before he gave him a W-I-F-E.
True.
He gave him a job. If you want to impress a woman, first thing you need to do is be gainfully employed.
True.
And by the way, it wouldn't hurt if you have a library card in your pocket.
Most
Have a
definitely.
blessed weekend, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Caffey. All right, okay, here you go. The moment we've been waiting for. Mr. D.
Hey, what's up, man? I ain't gonna. I'm gonna
They
take
laughing at you, laughing at
MC
you. D.
Hammer's advice. I'm gonna take MC Hammer's advice, man. And as the song said, don't hit them hard, Hammer. So I ain't gonna hit them too hard. I'm giving everybody a Christmas present, so I'm going easy on them. Although Miss Dana was 3,000% wrong at what she said, no, you cannot blame it on the European man. First of all, you have to understand what the European man is and who the European man is. And if you want to blame it on the lighter pigmented man, go all the way back to the motherland and see who started looting from who first. Okay, and we'll leave that alone. And so forth. No, ma'am, Miss Kiki, I ain't gonna beat you up tonight. You guys have a great.
Hey, come on, D.
You guys have a great
Come on, D.
weekend. I enjoyed.
Hey, wait, D.
I-
It's Christmas
I enjoyed
Eve.
the
It's Christmas
program, you
Eve,
know,
D. D, it's Christmas Eve. I got cookies and milk for you. D. Go ahead. And a Pepsi.
Well, see, I didn't want to really stick my head out there too far because I'm trying to be nice. But the bottom line is, okay, you keep saying the European culture. No, we're not in the European culture. Trace it back. Go back a little bit further, my brother, and you will find out what we're living up under in this day and time is the refined motherland culture.
Oh, so this wasn't even the real motherland, huh? This ain't the real motherland that we live in.
And
Okay.
for the, I'm sorry, you guys are fading on me a little bit.
I
but
said this wasn't the real motherland culture.
you know, I can't hear you, boss.
Go ahead,
what'd
go
you
ahead.
say?
Keep going.
Okay, what I want to say about the man is the head. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you try to piggyback it and put the blame on the man. No, sir. No, sir. You go all the way back to the motherland, you'll find out that the man is the head. It ain't no such thing as the woman equal to the man. Go back to the motherland and check it and see. Yeah, there was queens over there. Come on now, but even the queen did not outrule the king. She did not rule equal to the king, unless the research is incorrect about the motherland. So, hey, you guys have a great evening. It's been wonderful. Now, that's my Xmas present to all you guys that like to call it a pagan holiday, but yet and still you still celebrate it because the white man told y'all it was a pagan holiday. You don't find nowhere in the motherland where they call this day or any other day a pagan holiday. Hey, T, y'all take it easy. Kiki, when you're talking on the microphone, don't be scared, girl. Get up on that microphone. Hey, Matt, you're my man. Hey, I'm sorry to hear about that, man, and my heart goes
Appreciate
out
you,
to
man.
you for what happened.
Prayers
But,
and condolences to
hey, man, you guys hang in there and keep your head up. Catch you guys later.
All right, thank you, D. Appreciate it.
Is my mic on so I can clear my?
Yeah. We tossing it over now to
All right,
Matt.
I'm gonna be real quick. In Mr. D's defense, for the callers who don't understand him when he says he's a European man, Black people are the first Europeans. I would say 150,000 years ago, maybe even longer than that. They migrated from Africa into Europe. So I get what he's saying by that. But Europe used to also be called Africa. India was also called East Africa. North America was called Southwest Africa at one point. Central America was, you get what I'm saying. So in his defense to the people who don't understand when he says that, yeah, we were the original Europeans. Actually, European is an African name. The African goddess Europa. That's where they get Europe from. So I get that. But I do gotta defend what I was talking about earlier. I said the African king and the African queen, the man and woman, ruled as equals. I did not say that the man was equal to the woman and the woman was equal to the man. So we got that out the way. So we ruled as equals because the home back then was not shaped like squares, which we got in Western society, homes in Africa as well as homes over here in America, because we took the African culture over here and created tribes. We weren't races back then, we were tribes. We created our homes in circles to represent the womb. So at the end of the day, the black woman is God, and at the end of the day, the black man is God. No disrespect, but a lot of times we have fallen, like I said, up under European. And when I say European, I got to speak in layman terms for the black people to understand what we're talking about. You don't want to talk over people's heads by calling yourself a European, because then you confuse people. So we got to talk in BCE, the modern era, because everybody don't go by BC, before Christ. Some people go by BCE, before the common era. So we're in after the common era, so we got to talk in terms of within the last 500 years of modern history. So when I say European, Mr. D, I don't mean as in disrespect to you. I get what you're saying, but you got to talk in a way so people can understand in layman terms. So but yeah, we equal. Right now, follow Williams School of Music. We're still doing piano lessons, drum lessons, guitar lessons, bass guitar lessons, vocal coaching, teaching people how to hold the mic to their mouth when they sing. And we're also doing real music entertainment. We have 5 bands so far. Also, follow Real Music Entertainment on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Also subscribe to my radio show, Music Man Speaks. We have over 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are up to 3,000 followers on Facebook and 2,000 followers on Twitter. So follow us on all social media platforms. I believe the Music Man Speaks show will be, did we say Monday?
Yeah, we're gonna do on Monday.
Are we gonna do it from 6 to 8?
Yeah, we can do 6 to 8.
6 to 8 on Monday. And if Kiki want to come back, because she can too. Normally I don't like all them co-hosts like Tyron. You know, the less is more with me. I just want to hear me and Tyron, and then we have a black host in the beginning with the black business segment. But we will be on air, and y'all make sure y'all follow BZNZ Talk Radio on YouTube now. So when y'all type it in, type in BZNZ Talk all together, no spaces, and subscribe to his channel, okay? All right, I appreciate you all. And Tyron, thank you for having me on the show.
Appreciate
and
it, brother.
also much respect to Miss Kiki.
All right, Miss Kiki, the queen.
All right. Okay. So yeah, BZNZ Talk Radio. Bad vibes.
Okay,
but
okay, all right.
Listen. So yeah, support, and subscribe so that you could come into the set with us and listen to what we got going on. Also support this man over here, Matt. Supporting. We should just really be supporting all of us and everybody.
Most definitely.
Show your love, your compassion, support people. Again, I will be coming out with my own everything. I do a little bit of everything, but I just ain't doing nothing now. That does not mean that I'm not an ambitious woman. That just means
A Jill
that
of
my
all
time-
trades. A Jill of all trades.
My time is coming. It's coming. It's just not here right now. But I love y'all. Y'all stay up. Just remember, we can do this. We can get it done. It's nothing. We make things harder than what they are.
True.
Just stay up, love each other, be safe out here, and do what you're supposed to be doing. Okay?
All right, thank you, Kiki. All
No
right,
worries,
I ain't
no
gonna hold it too long. I got some news that really, I mean, it's really good to me. Next Friday, what is that? New Year. I've been invited to be MC over this program online. My girl Selena, they're having Be in the Know, the Rock Truth Conference 2021. Be in the Know. the other day to be the MC. Do you know what you getting yourself into? So yeah, they got like about 4 or 5 speakers. I mean, these guys throwing dynamite too. So it's gonna be real nice. Also, she want me to interview her on the show. So hey, y'all tune in next Friday. That would be 5 p.m. So that's 6 p.m. our time here, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So tune in next Friday to be on the Rock Truth podcast. No, Rock Truth Radio page on Facebook. And I won't even get tagged in it because none of that's gonna play on my page right now because they Facebook has blocked me, but it's all good. We'll be back next month. But I hope somebody learned something today. If anything, learn how to just begin to love yourself. Okay, learn how to love yourself because when you really start loving yourself, you're gonna be able to love the person who you say you care about. Because if not, you don't really love them at all. So without further ado, we'll see y'all in 7 days, and that's gonna be what 7 days. That'll be New Year's Eve. Peace. All right, we good.
Man, did it seem better on YouTube?
Yeah, but I was gonna tell you what was going on, man. The video kept going out because I am not by the router. I need to be by the router.
Yeah, because see the router way in the back of my house.
Anyway, you can bring it a little closer or you move it around.
Next time I'm gonna have it closer.
Okay.
And then again, I might just have to turn on the space heaters like an hour before you come downstairs.
Okay.
Because see, when you're doing the show downstairs, you actually sitting right up under the router.
Yeah, because that's what it